Good morning. Okay, so a little back to normal today, sort of. Today's Friday. So, I hope you've had a really great week. I hope that you've been able to do all the things that you set out to do. Excuse me. If you did not, then I just hope that you got your priorities done. Now, I say that, and if you did not do that either, then here's the thing. There's tomorrow. Okay? There's today, actually, because today is just started. It's like 7 o'clock. Or a little after 7:30. I don't know, something. So you have plenty of time today. If you haven't gotten done what you want to get done this week, write out your priorities today. Number them 1 through 3. Write out the top 3 that you would, if you get done today, you'll feel the most productive. Write them down and get them going. Get them done. End this week with a bang. Okay? Okay, so now there is something that I really want to talk about today. And so first I'll talk about, hold on, housekeeping. If you want to see my other Jesus Time videos, the link is in the bio. If you want to listen to my podcast, the link is in the bio. All the links are in the bio. If you are watching something that brings value to you, whether that's me or anybody else, be sure to comment, like, heart, follow, subscribe, review, all of the things. Okay? Be sure to do that because your favorite creator, the favorite person who uplifts you and encourages you the most, they work really hard for that, and they're still human, so they still need to know that they bring value to you. You know, you encourage them, you uplift them, you help them keep going by continuously encouraging them. Seriously, it's like a two-way street here. So even if you need to send them a message, you can't comment on their video, whatever it is, just be sure to somehow let them know that what you are doing brings value to them, okay? Okay, so here we go. So today I read Psalm 27, I hear a child coming down the stairs, part 2 of B, so it's broken up weird. And what stood out to me is, I believe I shall see the Lord's goodness in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord, take courage, be stout-hearted, wait for the Lord, okay? So, why did that stand out to me? Hi, Mandy. Wait for the Lord. Be stout-hearted. The path that God has put us on, good morning, is not a path that is going to be easy. There's going to be times, we've talked about this, where there's obstacles. There's going to be times where there's obstacles. There's going to be times where maybe it feels like God is not near us. Maybe it feels like we are walking alone, but we know we're still walking the right path. Those times are going to happen. They're going to be there. Good morning. He always brings me his ears. So I have 2 children who have cochlear implants, and every single morning, even though he knows, how to put them together and take them apart, he always brings them to me because of that. Because he's awesome. All right. I think that worked. I had to block that person. Okay. I love you. I need you. Mwah. He always brings me his ears every single time. So I think I just blocked that person. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Can you still see his comments, Mandy, Robin? I've never had to do that before. So, anyway. Okay. Okay, so path, obstacles, right? When you are on this path and you have the obstacles and you have the times that that you feel like God is not near. God is always beside you. God is always walking with you. But when you have the times that he feels like he's not near, but you are still walking that path, you're still going, that's when he tells us, that's when the psalm says, be stout-hearted. Realize that you are there, okay? Realize that you are walking the path that God has given you. And even if it doesn't feel like he's there, he is still there for you. Always there for you, okay? And, okay, all right. Okay, so, that's good, Mandy, thank you. Okay, so, there's something that I really want to touch on today. After that, and something that I was talking to somebody about last night that really strikes me as the very norm of today. Okay? So today it seems like we base our entire person on what everybody else thinks about us. We base it on what the world thinks about us, how we have grown up, and the world beats us down. Satan finds a way to beat us down from the beginning because he knows the light that you shine. Like, he knows the change in the world that you are supposed to make. He knows the path that you are supposed to walk and the amount of lives that you will change by shining your light. And so if you just came out as a baby and your light was never, ever, ever tamped down, and your belief in God and faith in him and your belief in your path and yourself and your walk was unshakable, like you just knew every single thing you were supposed to do was exactly what God had asked you to do, and you were going the exact way that you were supposed to go, and you were going to walk, and you were going to walk forever, no matter what even happens. If you had that unshakable belief and you took it with you every single place that you went, Satan knew that he would have no chance. No chance. Because see, you're born with that unshakable belief. You're born with that unshakable belief that you can do and be and have and just go anywhere. But it's taken away bit by bit. Things happen, right? Life happens. Other people who have lost their unshakable belief, they take it from you. They take yours away. Why should you have it? Even if they don't know it, guys. Like, people don't realize how they do that to other people. Because it's been done to them for so long. And they have had to deal with it for so long. And they don't even know how to see out from underneath that. And if you have dealt with that your entire life, you might think I'm full of crap right now. Because you're like, no, that's not true. I've dealt with that. And it's not a big deal. But the thing is, it is true. People in the world have had their light and their unshakable belief in God and themselves and their vision taken away little by little over time. Trials of life have happened to help us grow through them. But instead of us growing through them and getting stronger, we have been told, oh, well, this is woe is me, woe is this. That means you can't do this. That means you can't do that. That means because of this, you're that. You look this way. You look that way. You should feel this way. You shouldn't even try that because why do you think that you're worthy of that? Why do you think that you are deserving of that? Why do you think you're even capable? Like, have you even gone to school? Have you done any training? Have you done any of this? Have you done any of that? You know, the world will take it and they will tear you down. And it will be, like I said, because Satan knows that you could have this unshakable belief in yourself and God and the vision and the path that he has put you on. And if you had that, you would crush this world. You would take so many people back to heaven with you that you wouldn't even be able to comprehend it. You wouldn't have to, because it would be God doing it with you, right? You wouldn't have to comprehend it. But along the line, we lose it. Along the line, we lose it. And we yearn to have it back, but we don't know how to have it back. And then we might become jaded and we might fall into that and think, well, everybody is right. I can't do that. Everybody is right. I can't do this. The pollen is still in my throat a little bit from the other day. But everybody is right. And And then we let people start to treat us like that. So now we treat ourselves, we beat ourselves up, we beat ourselves down because everybody else has done it to us for so long. And then we beat who we are down. So now Satan has succeeded because, for now, Satan has succeeded for now because you're beating yourself down. And how do you get out of that? And so yesterday I was talking to somebody about it. And they said, how do you get out of that? How do you get back to having unshakable belief in yourself, in who God made you to be, in the vision that He has given you, in the path that He gave you to walk? How do you have that unshakable belief? And what I'm going to tell you is this. You have to work on yourself. You have to work on yourself. You have to change the verbiage in your mind. Because see, the thing about it is, you start beating yourself down, then other people are rude to you and they start beating you down and you think you deserve it. You think everything should be put on you. You think you should give everything that you have to make up for all the other things that you don't have or you feel like you don't have. And you end up low, depressed, not knowing who you are. And you have to change the verbiage of how you speak to yourself. And there's one thing that has to come first, and that is God. You might think that if you are successful in something that you are doing, that will make you feel better about yourself. Okay? You might think that if you lose weight, that'll make you feel better about yourself. You might think that if somebody loves you, if you find a spouse, if you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whatever, then you might feel better about yourself. They will help you feel better about who you are. But see, that's not, none of that is going to happen. All of that is surface level. All of that is surface level. We don't want to be surface level. We don't want to be surface level feeling good. Because when we're surface level feeling good, that means the wind can blow and that's gone. That girlfriend, that boyfriend can say, I don't want to do this anymore. And those feelings go with him. You can put you can put that 10 pounds back on, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and away go those feelings. Whatever the success is, maybe in business or whatever, that can go away, and then those feelings can go away. Because see, surface level feelings, that's just what they are. They don't have any depth. They don't have anything that ties to your heart. There's no confidence in them. Because you're always worried, when are they going to go away? When are they going to go away? And then you're focused on when those surface level happy feelings are going to go away. When is the other proverbial shoe going to drop? You feel that way? You ever have that feeling? This is going so good. When is this other shoe going to drop? I've had it. I understand that very much. But when you're walking around so focused on when those surface level feelings are going to go away, when is that other shoe going to drop? You're not realizing that you're still not working on the heart of the problem, the heart of the issue, the heart of the confidence, the heart of who you are. All of these things on top, they don't give you confidence. They don't give you love. They don't give you any of these things. So the first thing that comes first is God. Because God gives you the base level, the heart level confidence, the heart level feelings. That's what God gives you. You see, He gives you the confidence to know who you are. And how do you get there? How do you get there? Talk to yourself in a different language first off. We talked about that just a second ago. Say affirmations. I am wonderfully and fearfully made by a God who loves me more than anybody else on this earth and in this world. I am the daughter of the King of the heavens. And I have the power to change not only my life, but others around me by stepping in to the confidence and who I am that God has given me. Say your affirmations. Write them down. Look, I'm not telling you this so you can be like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'm telling you this so you can put this into play, because this has helped me. This has given me the confidence to know who I am and what I am about and what I am supposed to do, and to start walking that path. And I'm not saying it'll work for everybody, but if you don't try, you will never know. So get up, get a notebook, sit back down, and write I am statements that describe who you are. Who you are. It might take time. You don't have to write them all right now. The ones that I just said, those are really good because we are all those things. But in the next column that I want you to write down is the things that you like about yourself. The things that you like about yourself. Those are the things I want you to write down, and don't tell me there's only 2 or 3 things. You can find more. It just takes a little time to think. And then on the next in the next column on the next page, I want you to do this on a page by itself. I want you to write down the things that you have been taught about yourself from other people. You're too this, you're too that. I'm not doing enough here. I'm not doing enough of this. I'm not doing this. I should be doing this. I'm not doing this. I want you to write down who said that. I need to lose 30 pounds. I need to lose 50 pounds. I need to lose 75 pounds. That's something that I have to tell myself all the time. Every single day that thought flitters through at some point. I need to look good in a bathing suit. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is. All these things. There's a lot of things that flitter through my head all day long. But see, those are things that were told to me by other people. Those are stories that were told to me by other people because those are their own stories. That's not something that I told myself. I didn't come out of the womb and think, man, I need to lose 75 pounds. I came out of the womb thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I get to be here. I mean, I don't know what I thought, but I'm just saying. Maybe that's what Jesus gave us as our first thought. But I'll be up there in a minute. What do you need? Just a hug and a kiss, and on his way. Okay. But those, along the way somewhere, those thoughts were told to me by somebody else. That story was told to me by somebody else. And so I need to write it down. And I need to say, this is so-and-so's story. So when I hear that thought in my head, I know, no, that's so-and-so's story. That's her story. She thought that about herself, but I don't think that about myself. Do that for yourself. Write them down and realize all of the stories that have been told to you over the time. Because here's the thing about this, guys. If you do not build your unshakable belief in yourself, in God, in God's walk for you, in God's plan for you, if you do not believe it so fully and so strongly, you will be able to be pulled off like the wind. You will be running to every little thing you can find to have that feeling of success, to have that feeling of love, to have that feeling of whatever you're looking for. You will be pulled away by everything. Anything that looks shiny will be able to pull you away. Anything that looks like, oh, I bet that's going to feel good, will be able to pull you away. But the grass is greener. I've told this to a lot of people. Where you water it, and God gives you the watering can. But the world takes it away. And it tries to sway you to every pasture that you see. So be committed to God. Be committed to your unshakable belief in Him, in yourself, in your vision. That has to come first. You have to work on that first. Nothing else in life will do what you want it to do, will go where you want it to go until you have these things. That includes relationships, that includes business, that includes success, that includes anything. Because none of those things will make you feel better until you already feel good walking into them. Nobody can make you feel loved except for you, except for God. Knowing that God loves you and you loving you, that is how you are truly happy. Then you can be happy with the people around you, but the people around you are never going to make you happy. They are never going to be able to feed into you and make you happy with who you are. Only God can do that. And only you can do that. And it's work. It's work. To choose belief over disbelief, to choose positivity over negativity. People will be like, oh my gosh, well, here's positive Patty all the time. What is the alternative? Do you want to be negative Nelly? Look, you can tell me that you just don't stick your head in the sand, and that you see reality for what it is. Fine. There was a big bang upstairs. I don't hear any crying. Fine, you can tell me that. But you can choose to see reality in a positive light or a negative light. And that's up to you. And the more that you see it in that negative light, the more your unshakable belief dwindles. But when you start to see God, you start to see Him in everything. So I have a story to tell you kind of about this, about how my husband and I got together. So I was a firefighter, and I met him, and I would say that my relationship with God, I was young, early 20s. And my relationship with God was shaky. I mean, it was there. I knew He was there, but I didn't really go to church. I kind of went to church every now and then with my friends, but it wasn't really for God. It was more of a social aspect. It wasn't enough of a relationship with God for it to be meaningful for Him or for me. And so anyways, I met my husband, and we went on like 2 dates, and then I was like, nope, I just want to be friends. In fact, that's how I was with everybody. I was like, no, I'm good. And usually I wasn't friends with anybody, honestly. But with him, I was. We were friends. And it took about a year for me to realize that I needed to put God first. That I was too often flailing in the wind, just like I told you about a minute ago. Flailing in the wind, that I was too often doing that. And it was time for me to put God before anybody else, and that He was going to come first, that His love was going to come first for me, and that I was going to work on who I was. And that became the start of a very long journey. But y'all, no lie. It was literally a week, maybe 2 weeks after that I saw him, and we were hanging out, and all of a sudden, I just had these feelings. And I was like, where did that come from? What's happening? And I'll never forget, it took me about a week or two till I could not stand it anymore, and I had to tell him. Like, I was trying to be quiet. I was trying not to say anything because I thought, we already went on dates. It didn't work out. We're just friends. I don't want to ruin the friendship. And I'll never forget the day that I told him we need to talk. I have something that I need to tell you. And I think he called me maybe 5 minutes later. And the rest is history. Now we've been married 12 years in May, 5 kids later. We didn't want to have kids either. And then we wanted to have 2. Well, 5 kids later. God has a sense of humor. But I say all that to say, when we put God first, and we work on who we are, and we love who we are, and we have that unshakable confidence in Him and His path for us, that is when the things in your life start to come to fruition. That is when the things in your life start to happen and you feel good about it. But not because they're happening. Because you have that unshakable belief. That's why. Because you know that you are the daughter of the King. You know that you are walking the path that He has set out for you. You know that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you are deserving, that you are capable. You know all of these things. That's why they start to happen. And that's why you see them. So if you don't have that unshakable belief in yourself, that unshakable belief in God, that unshakable belief in your faith, in your vision, then before anything else can happen in your life, you have to start working on that right now. So I'm going to leave you with this. You'll never be alone. Hello, you. Wondering what's next? Where you're headed? What might happen now? There's one who knows the way, every step, every day, every moment. He never promised it would be easy, but He did promise you'll never be alone. He has plans for your life, your heart, and it's good. Better than you hoped, better than you dreamed, more than you can even imagine. And that starts with unshakable belief in yourself, in who you are, in who God made you to be, in God, in your path. I hope that you do the exercises. I'd love for you to tell me if you do. I'd love for you to put here in the comments some things that you need to work on with belief. I still have a way to go, a ways to go myself. But I'd love to hear from you. Because the more that you share your path, the more other people know that they are not alone. The more you help others know that they can walk this too. That they can start too. That they can finish too. That they can be in the middle too. That they can keep going. So I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I'm really proud of you.